Today I just wanted to share with you a little bit about what was really the vision for the Skugga wedding space that we're planning at the Vineyard. A bit about the vision and a bit about what our promise is. I've never really liked weddings, which sounds really strange for someone who's just about to build a wedding venue. It wasn't really until my daughter got married earlier in the year in Australia that I realized, what a really nice wedding could look like. What I found about her wedding was it was actually in the Vineyard area in Australia, in the Hunter Valley. It was extremely elegant, but extremely real, very authentic. It was very natural. It had a warmth, it had a friendliness to it that not just the space and the design, but also was reflected in all the people that were there. It was casual but sophisticated. And it was probably that wedding that I realized that's what I feel weddings should be like. Marriage is, one of the oldest, traditions of mankind. And it is a natural experience. It's a natural bonding. So why not try to create a space that reflects that nature, but at the same time can be still very elegant and sophisticated and ceremonial, very authentic and very down to earth. That was really the vision that I had for Skugga Vineyard, to bring the elegance, the sophistication, the ceremony, but also make it feel extremely natural, a sophisticated casualness, so to speak. So you have absolutely 5-star facilities, services in a totally natural way, in a genuine way, in an authentic way that doesn't feel fake. I think that summarizes what the vision is that I'm trying to deliver. Beyond that, what would make people want to come and get married here? It's a very stressful day. It's a very tiring day. Even though it's a very special day and it's a once-in-a-lifetime day, our promise to couples is that they will have as good a time at their own wedding as all the guests. In very simple terms, I went back to my Marketing 101, sort of like a bit of the 4 Ps: people, process, place, and product. It's not just good people, but people who can anticipate things, who can solve problems, who are proactive, who know how to deliver good service. So this is the first thing we need to address, is make sure we have absolutely the right people managing the event, right down to the waiters and the waitresses and everything. The other one is place. So when we designed and did the layout for the wedding venue here, we were very conscious about, okay, how can we design it so that it has a very efficient flow, has a very professional setup, how it can reduce anxiety and stress in the actual process of delivering the wedding. Little things like how we have the catering kitchen, how we connect that with the main hall, how they enter the hall, how you get from the hall to the bathroom, how we have the bride and the groom suites for preparation and how that's all set up, and the logistics of it, and the arrival and the parking. So there's 1,000 little details that we went through in designing the space with the objective that in the end, the couple or the wedding party can just enjoy it without having these little hiccups or problems along the way. And then it's about the product. So the product in this sense is probably food and drink. It's music, it's light, it's sound. So again, we go through the checklist. Okay, how can we make sure that the food is on right at the top level, that it's consistent, it doesn't have a problem. There's oh, why is the meal not served? Why some table gets served before the other table? That sort of thing. So it comes down to a lot of logistical issues in the kitchen, the planning of the kitchen, things like that. The light system. Okay, how can we build the light system into the hall so that it works absolutely right? How we can control it. We don't need to tell people to turn lights on and off and this sort of thing. So, I don't want to bore you with all the details, but that proved to be a really great framework for us to develop the whole project, was that this promise to the couple that they would enjoy the wedding as much as their guests, because it then cascaded down and flowed down into every element, every facet of the design of everything, not just the building, but the food, the drink, the processes. So hopefully that gives you, sorry to be so long-winded, a bit of an idea about the vision behind the wedding spaces at the Skugga Vineyard, and also our promise to the couples and how we plan to deliver on that promise. So a few more months until it's finished, but this is our plan.